Whoa. Was deleted on Facebook. What the hell is that all about? No.
Well, they deleted your link?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. It was everything's all set. That's the first time that's ever freaking happened. Because it says it's good to go. I'm just gonna have to um, share it to the main page. All right,
Okay.
we'll just do it.
You know, just like in barbecues, always a plan B.
Always something, man. But yeah, no, we are good to go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pit Life Barbecue podcast on a Saturday. That's right, a Saturday. Episode 398 coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's the podcast where we talk barbecue and a lot of other things you normally talk around the pit. Oh, thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, it's special occasion. Um, Ricky's got work and everything, so during the week it's a little tough there. So Saturday, let's do it. So here we are, a day early. So guys, if you're gonna tune in on Monday, I'm gonna be really late by like a week. So but let's get into it. Tonight's episode brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. What can I say? Uncle Steve, amazing guy, has the true passion for seasoning and barbecue and puts his heart and soul in everything he does. He wears all the hats. He's mixing, he's bottling, labeling, packaging, shipping. He's answering calls. He's answering emails. If he has a question about your order, he'll even reach out to you just to make sure he's got it right. Any questions on like flavor profiles? Shoot him a message. Give him a call. He'll be happy to have a conversation with you, explaining everything that you're looking for flavor profile wise. Always fresh. Always fresh, small batch. Never anything is sitting around for long periods of time. If you order this week, beginning of the week, chances are your order is being mixed within probably 48 hours. So when it reaches your doorstep, it is the freshest product you can get. But check him out at UncleSteveShake.com. Also, follow him on Facebook at Uncle Steve Shake Nation. Uncle Steve Shake shakes him on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the diamond of Royce City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an amazing job. Protein selection is incredible. You need a certain thickness cut, he's got you. You're looking for something he might not carry, he'll work with you to get it in to make what your recipe dreams come true. Produce brought in fresh daily. For all us comp and backyard guys, he's got us all covered too. Multiple lines of rubs, seasoning, sauces, injections, marinades, including the Joe's Meat Market house line. Smoky Woods products, splits, chunks, chips, pellets, charcoal. He's got it all. And while you're there, if you're feeling a little hungry, he's got you covered too. Gabriel's mom's behind the counter whipping up some of the freshest cuisine out there. So grab a bowl, grab a plate, sit down with the boys, and just talk this wonderful world of barbecue that we all love to do. So if you're ever in the Royce City area, swing by Joe's Meat Market and tell them I sent you. Remember, folks, Joe's Meat Market for the win. All right, let's see who's in this chat. I know Daddy Dutch was first in. A whole bunch of them. There we go. There we go. Tom's Food Factory. What's happening? Uncle Steve. There he is. Oh no, brother Thyron. What is up, Thyron Matthews Barbecue, brother? Good to see you. It's been a while. Al Lunacy. What's happening? Uncle Steve. Mike, what's GB2XB? Mike, what's happening? Thank you all for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it. And yes, sir. Oh, good man, Thyron. It's been a while. That man is on a tear. But we're gonna start one. I don't even know where the hell it was. I have to jump a question right off the bat, or else Daddy Dutch will never forgive me. Smoking on the Rio results. No. Tom, no. Where the hell is it, Dutch? God darn it. Dutch, just put the there it is. Oh, of course. And it's Daddy Dutch being Daddy Dutch. And he's asking me, Mags, please ask Ricky if he would be if Daddy Dutch should kick this heckler Thyron Matthews out of the chat.
No, Daddy let him stay. Let him stay.
Let him stay. No. Right quick. Yeah, brother. Oh, but that's funny, Dutch. That is funny. Oh, that's good.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to talking some barbecue. So joining us live from beautiful, sunny, warm San Diego, California, the leader, the president, CEO, top dog of the meat stall, Mr. Ricky Farmer. Ricky, brother, thank you for joining me, my man.
Hey, J Max. Hey, thanks for having me on here, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you contacted me, I was so excited. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Woo, it's Christmas in February. I'm going to be on the J Max show." You know what I'm saying? I'm so excited to be here. And thanks again, brother, from the meat stall.
Oh, my pleasure, brother. My pleasure. Yeah, all right. That's still Facebook on the page. Still ain't working. On the regular one, it is. I don't know what the hell's up with that. That's weird. That's making me mad. But it is what it is. These things happen. We bump it. Yeah, Plan B barbecue. Always something's gonna jump. Something's gonna jump every time. But Ricky, please tell the audience a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do. You know, family, all that good stuff, and
Gotcha.
when and how you got into the barbecue world.
Okay. Well, everybody, I'm Ricky Farmer, aka the Meat Stall, aka the Stall Gang, aka the Meat Mechanic. And I hail from the great state of North Carolina, where barbecue is king, in my mind at least. Well, barbecue for me started like really young. My mom was always barbecuing. Like I think she cooked outside more than she cooked in the house, especially in the summertime, because we do have the 4 seasons in North Carolina as you guys do, but we only have 2 seasons in California, which is summer and kind of not summer. But but yeah, so I learned a lot from her, and it's like a lot of times that when you're watching as a kid, you're learning, but you don't know you're learning. You know what I'm saying? You think you're just doing, you know what I'm saying, what is expected of you or what your mother or your father asked of you. You know what I'm saying? So my mother, she used to always cook. Like her favorite thing was like barbecue chicken. That was her favorite thing. You know, and which is ironic because I hate cooking chicken. You know what I'm saying? But that's what she loved to cook. Now my dad, he was like the whole hog person or whatever. And
Okay.
remember, I said I come from North Carolina, so basically that's what it was: chicken and pig. Beef wasn't really prevalent, when I was coming up. You know, I cooked a few hogs with my pops and stuff like that. Uh,
Mhm.
Eastern North Carolina, so I am vinegar-based barbecue sauce. Western North Carolina is a ketchup base, which can start an argument right there.
Mhm.
Whether if you want vinegar or ketchup base. Uh, so, like I said, I guess how I cut my teeth. 17 years old, I left. I think I graduated in June and I left in July. Went to the Navy. Um, I did 20 years in the Navy. My last duty station was out here in San Diego. Um, by that time, life kind of takes place. You got a mortgage, you got a family, you got a house, this and that, and you can't beat the weather. So the weather out here is amazing. So that's how the meat stall ended up being in San Diego.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm married. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 boys, no girls. Got a beautiful granddaughter that she gets away with me every time. She got me wrapped around her finger. I love her. And how I developed a passion for barbecue, like I said, it really happened like when I was young, and as I transitioned throughout the Navy to different places, I always had small pits. You know what I'm saying? I would cook and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I was about to retire, and my mother-in-law, well, first my mom had bought me a gas grill, you know, and I will cook on a gas grill. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
I, I will cook on anything. And then my mother-in-law, she bought me one of those cheap offset smokers. I want to say it might have been a Brinkman or something like that. So then, and I just used to just cook ribs and stuff on it like that, and then let people taste them like, man, this tastes pretty good. I'm like, yeah. I said, well,
Yeah.
appreciate it. And I just was going through the paces like that, and I just what I'm saying, got bit by the bug, and I've been doing it ever since. And now I got trailers and offsets, and what I'm saying, pellet grills and griddles and discus and all that, and it's just a passion for me. What I'm saying, I just love cooking barbecue. What I'm saying, I love the yin and the yang. What I'm saying? It's me against the elements. It's the wood. Am I doing it right? You know what I'm saying? And if I'm doing it
Mhm.
right, can I duplicate that again? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
that's that's the part that I love. And going back to when I was in the Navy, I was a boiler technician, ironically. And so basically we maintain the boilers, we maintain heat, temp, steam pressure. So that's right along my alley. I could sit out there all day by myself, and just make it work and let the fire dance, and we make some good meat.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, first and foremost, Ricky, thank you for your service to this country.
Oh,
Greatly appreciated and honored. Thank you so much. Then clearly we have a visitor.
Daddy Dutch, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's good seeing you again, Ricky.
Good seeing you too, Daddy Dutch.
Now, Dutch, I'm not mistaken. This afternoon, you had another question for Ricky, so I will
hmm
let you ask it personally.
I
Uh,
forgot what it was.
It was next time Ricky came
Oh,
to Iowa.
this is. Thank you, Max. I
Here
appreciate it.
comes Ricky. Here comes a little zing at our friend in the
Uh,
chat.
Oh, you mean Mr. Netflix, Ricky? You got to let me know next time you come see Big T, so I can
I
make the
will.
trek
I
over,
will.
so I can meet you both, because it's hard for me to get to California, but somebody can't drive 2 hours and 10 minutes west to come see his boy. Just
Uh
saying,
oh.
Tyron.
Shots fired downrange.
Mm-hmm. I held to talk to Thyron anymore. I've had his cell number for 7 years. Now I got to go through a manager. It's kind of bullshit.
What's it, Hollywood?
Yeah, Hollywood Matthews. There you go.
Hey, listen, Dutch. tonight, this is about Ricky tonight, but don't you dare, don't you think for 1 second I won't put this link back in the chat and have Brother Thyron come in to defend himself.
I said, bring it on.
It's all good. It's all see, boys. This is what one of the biggest things of what barbecue is all about: the brotherhood,
Amen.
the camaraderie, the ball busting, the zings, the zaps, back and forth. What are we pointing at now?
Mr. North Carolina originally ought to recognize that as well as you.
I can't see it. My
Can't
eyes
see
not
the
good.
damn thing. I'm too old for this stuff.
Oh, let me help you.
The Cheerwine?
Let me help you out a little.
Oh, there you go. Cheerwine. Okay.
I can't get that out here. They sell that in Iowa?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna get me a well, I don't know if I can take it back. I'm gonna put it in my suitcase next time I come to Iowa.
All right.
It is probably about an hour from Thyron.
The factory?
No, where they sell it.
Okay. I'm gonna get me some.
So, yeah.
All right. Ricky, I have a question about the San Diego area.
Okay.
And this is kind of hiding something indirectly, but on a certain topic we were just on. Do they have any Cracker Barrels out that way?
No.
Okay. Because Cracker Barrel is my dealer in the Northeast for Cheerwine. They carry the Cheerwine in the little gift shop, and every time I need Cheerwine, that's where I go because none of the stores around here carry it. I got to go down to the little. I think maybe the closest south I can get is I think maybe Virginia will have it, but yeah, if I need my Cheerwine fix up here in New Hampshire, I got to go to Cracker Barrel and get that. And they also carry the Big Red from Texas, so I got my both regions of soda set up good. You know what I mean?
All in one place.
All in one place. But Cheerwine, that's what. Now we're talking, baby.
I haven't had no Cheerwine in forever. It's been years since I had some.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get some tomorrow. Thanks, Dutch. Appreciate you. Oh, okay. So before we completely jumped off the rails, where the hell were we?
It's all good.
Oh yeah. So once out of the Navy, Ricky, and you really suppose getting into it, and you did you start just obviously backyard stuff, but did you ever dabble in the competition world? Of any stage, be it a backyard comp or up to the the 4-meat shindigs.
No, I never did. I never did a competition. I guess I'm the king of the backyard. I just never did it. If they had it was like a barbecue spot like right down the street, and then I used to always go down there and taste, and they would do like backyard competition. Like it was like it wasn't a pro, it was like a backyard classification, whatever. And I said I was going to get in, and then the year that I was going to do it, COVID broke out, and then they never brought it back. But no, I just do backyard, the king of the backyard, I guess you would say.
All right. Well, seeing with that, are you a spritz guy or are you a classic mop?
Well, my brother's in there in the chat with the mop. Typically, I was a spritz guy, and I'm gonna tell you why. I love the flavor that the mop brings into it. Oh my God, I loves it, right?
Yeah.
But I have OCD too, and when I mop, I'm not the tallest guy in the world. So when I'm mopping on that offset, I'm getting like that, and it's getting all over the place, and it really messes with me. So I was like, so I went to Home Depot, and I make me a spritz. Because what I do is I make me a spritz, and I run it through a strainer, cheesecloth, and what have you. And I went to Home Depot and got me one of those pump spritzers. So that way I can just open it up and go.
Hose that bad boy down.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. That's one of them.
To answer your question, I would say mop for flavor, but spritz for me for convenience.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Uh, what
Yeah.
are you trying to do down there? Why are you putting questions in the damn chat?
It's all
Just
good. Let's
throw them
answer.
out there. Ricky, has Thyron ever done competition Q? LOL. I would say yeah. And
Yeah, he
he
did a
did
lot.
it at the highest level.
One
One
time.
of the hey, it only takes one. And he did it, man.
The reason I'm in the chat is to watch the chat, and the reason I keep muting myself is so you guys have your conversation. I'm here in case your hamsters fail.
True.
Then I'll take over.
True. Oh. So the king of the backyard, always that. What would be, I suppose, your go-to protein to cook? Are you a beef guy? Are you a pork guy? What kinds are you cooking most often?
Most often, it's ribs. Uh, and I cook a lot of brisket too, but I cook mostly a lot of ribs. But my go-to protein anywhere I go for any barbecue restaurant is pulled pork. And the reason being
Mm,
because I'm from North Carolina and it's a pulled
yep.
pork place. You know what I'm saying? I almost would judge a place up there they're married off pulled pork. I just love pulled pork.
Yeah.
So, but out here, mostly ribs. And I do, like I said, I do a lot of brisket too. I think as far as cooking, brisket probably would be my favorite meat because sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. And that's the way it is. But and when the times that I don't, if I'm cooking for a customer, they'll call me back and they'll say, "Ooh, I love it," and I'm like, to me, that brisket was not on point, and that pisses me off too.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, that pisses me off. I'm like, it wasn't to the criteria because I knew I could do better. You know,
Yes.
and that doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. So I would say ribs and brisket in that case.
Ribs and brisket. Oh, nice. Now, are you like a traditional low and slow, or have you gone into the hot and fast trend?
Good question. I used to be a low and slow, where you're running around 225, 235, maybe 250, and it takes a while for it to cook. But that's fine though, because everything got to break down, the collagens got to, what I'm saying, get soft and what have you. But here lately, I want to say probably within probably about the last past year or so, maybe year and a half, I've been rocking about 275, 280. And
Hmm.
I found out that's the sweet spot. The fat still renders, what I'm saying, the meat still get tender and you don't sacrifice bark or nothing like that. Now some guys go a little bit higher than that. Now I haven't like did it a brisket like at 325 or something. I never tried that. 275 is where I pretty much stay at. But
Yep.
I wouldn't be opposed to trying that either.
Yeah. No. Now your big offset. What kind is that?
That is a 7-foot firehouse from HBT Smokers.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went down to Iowa. I got that thing off my brother Thyron Matthews. I said, hey, let me take that off your hands for you. And we can relocate it to North Carolina. I can do some to our North Carolina. California, we can do some good things with that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, no, I'm still there. I fluctuate a little every once in a while. Every once in a while, I'll have that hankering
Hmm.
of I got nothing to do, nowhere to be. I'll throw the tunes on, throw the ball game on, and I'll just let that roll 225 and just sit out there, relax, do my thing. But on mine, and the reason I asked, what you're cooking on was
Hmm.
because obviously we all
That's
know
it. I
all
got
cookers are different.
yes.
And like mine, I cook on a backline offset out of Austin, Texas.
Okay.
and she likes to run between 275 and 300. And that's just where she likes to sit. Depending on what day, I'll be 275, no problem. Most of the time, she sits there and pins herself at 300, and lets it go from there. But it was a little bit of a change from where I was, because I always liked the low and slow, so 225, 250, and then that's why I had to change my game a little bit. Just to get used to cooking a little harder, a little faster, not crazy, because heck, there's some guys. I was listening to somebody the other day, Ricky, and they were saying they like to cook their briskets at 400 degrees. I'm like,
that's prime rib temp.
Yeah, right? Dutch?
A lot of guys around here are starting their brisket on a drum, 400 for the first hour, because they're running them in brisket caddies.
Yeah.
Thinner flat, it's going to plump like a football. And then after that first hour, they back it down to 300 and let it ride on the drum.
That caddy is made by Butcher's Barbecue, huh? That brisket caddy? Or
Yeah,
they got another
Butcher's makes one. There's about 5 companies I know of that make them.
I've never used them. Have you ever used one, Daddy?
Yeah, I got one right back here. Now the other thing you can do is you go to Walmart and find the grill toppers. They're aluminum, they're mesh, and you can shape them. My buddy Wags, who won the American Royal Open this past year, and I'll actually be seeing him, well, within 2 weeks now down at the Houston Rodeo with Steve. That's what he uses, because he can form it to his brisket. It costs 97 cents, and when he's done, he pitches it.
You can toss it.
He doesn't have to wash it, nothing.
So it's the grill toppers at Walmart. I'm down there tomorrow.
Yep, my other one, hold on.
Those from Walmart is what I use. And this is all it is.
Okay.
They come in packs of 3, and it's it's basically just like chicken wire, and you just bend it. You can just bend it up to whatever size your brisket is, and it just makes it easy because you can just turn the whole brisket if you want to do quarters, halves, and it just holds it nicely. Now Dutch has one of the firm forms.
Stainless steel. His is aluminum. His costs 97 cents. He can buy 80 of them for what this costs.
Johnny Mags, I'm rolling with you.
Yep.
That's right, baby. That is right.
Eggs, that's all he uses is what Johnny had in his hand. When he's done, it goes in the trash. On to the next one.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
I got to come home and wash it because my PB, who was in the chat earlier, he won't wash it.
That's funny. But no, yeah, these were the best things anybody ever told me about, because I'll do it in. I even use them here at the house because it just makes things a lot easier. But in competition, I can form it right to my brisket, or form it right to my money muscles, and everything stays nice and easy to move. And because you can literally just move it clear across by just sliding it over instead of, beforehand, before I had it was literally taking each piece of protein and moving it all around to a different spot, a cooler spot, a hotter spot, but all these little tricks, man.
When you say that reminds me of when we do whole hogs in Carolina, we put that chicken wire down and then so you can, like you said, you just can move it and spin it, and it makes total sense. Chicken wire is on the list. Up next, chicken wire.
Chicken wire, absolutely. But all right, so Ricky,
yes, sir.
The Meat Stall, brother. The name the brand. How
Uh-huh.
did that name come about?
Okay, the name, the meat stall, it came from, I used to do pop-ups, and I would sell meat in my stall, which wasn't a stall, which was my canopy, but it was like a stall, right? So
Mhm.
I'm just thinking, hey, it's the meat stall, and I wanted people who were following barbecue to kind of get a kick out of it too. So that's how the name Meat Stall came about. But it really came about from me doing pop-ups and selling meat. So people would come, they would come to the stall and get my meat, but because I'm the meat stall. But people who understand barbecue, they would be like, hey, okay, I really like to play on that name, the
Play
meat
on it, yeah.
stall. Yeah.
The
So
meat
that
stall,
way
yeah.
the meat stall was born.
That's it, because once you get past that meat stall,
Oh,
it's
you in business there?
tenderness time, baby. You in business.
Was
Yeah,
it
no,
tenderness? No.
yep. Oh, absolutely.
Speaking
No,
of
that.
that, I only live about an hour away from that restaurant, Destination Smokehouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's been on my radar to go down there and check it out to really because Kendrick from Kendrick's Barbecue, he was out here in San Diego, and he had went down and he had did a review. And he was like, at first he was like he didn't really like it, but then he was like when he went down to the place and actually had it, he said it was pretty good. So I'm like, I wanted just to go down there and see what it is, not for the hype of all that. I just want to go and just to see what it is, you know. I don't mind driving an hour, or even 2 hours, or whatever, for some good barbecue or whatever. So I'm gonna check it out. I'll let you know how it is.
All right. Oh, and this is what we like to call, Ricky, in the biz podcast business,
Uh huh.
the perfect segue. And this
Yes,
is coming from Gladys Matthew.
Miss Gladys.
I did not know that. So how did you come up with the name meat frosting for your sauce? And we were chatting about this offline. It's a hell of a story. But you
Yeah.
have the sauce is meat frosting and
Hmm.
your seasoning is meat sprinkles.
Meat sprinkles.
So
So I
let's
got
get
sauce
it
and
that.
sprinkles.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Meat frosting. The reason why I came up with the name. First, I got to give you a quick little backstory of how meat frosting came about. What people don't know that the base of it is my wife's sauce. She made the sauce and she let me taste it. I said, "Ooh, damn, baby, this thing is amazing." So I got it in there and I did a couple tweaks to it. I added a little something, a little zip here, a little zap there, and it came up with what we got today, which is meat frosting. But the name, we was trying to think of a name to name the sauce. All my sons' names start with a J. I got 4 boys: Jordan, Jael, Jaden, and Jakai. All my sons' names start with a J. But my youngest two, she wanted to name the sauce Double J's barbecue sauce. Hey, Double J's barbecue sauce, that's a pretty good name. It's kind of a common name, you know what I'm saying, with all the sauces out there. You can see it. But as with the name Meat Stall, with with my barbecue sauce, I wanted something to stand out a little bit. Now
Hmm.
I wanted to be a little different because, so I told my wife, I said, I want to name it Meat Frosting. She was like, Meat Frosting? Ain't nobody gonna go for that. And was anybody got time for that? But I was like, hey, I was like, Meat Frosting. I said, hold up. Listen to my rationale. I said, cake by itself is excellent. It's good. Everybody loves cake. But when you add frosting on it, it takes it to another level. I said, smoked
Hmm.
meat is delicious. Well, go on with this meat frosting, and it's gonna be top tier. So
I
that's
love
the
it.
way I came with the name Meat Frosting. It's just frosting for your meat, and I came
Ooh,
up with that name.
nice. Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. And
and
I
and it's copyrighted, so don't nobody try to steal it.
okay, now the comments are under okay. Now I'm understanding. I didn't know if I had missed something, but Brother Thyron had dropped in there. Hey, that's copyrighted. Okay,
Yeah.
now it's all. Now it came full. Sometimes I'm a little slow, Ricky. So bear with me. Bear with me. So the meat frosting, and it was your wife's recipe,
Yeah.
and
It is.
you added a little tinge and a twinge here and there, and meat frosting was born. Now your seasoning, the
Mhm.
meat sprinkles.
Mhm.
How was that name brought to the forefront?
I don't like. This is me personally. I don't like salty seasoning. You know, because if I'm gonna make some seasoning for people to use, people who cook a lot of meat, they understand they're gonna taste it first and they be like, "Hey, I got to rethink it how I'm gonna sprinkle this meat with this." But I want it to be like so that the average person could get this seasoning and they could go crazy. Well, number one, they could go crazy and they won't oversalt their meat, and two, they can go crazy and they can reorder.
Smart
So
man, smart
yeah.
man.
So what I did is I kind of paired a little bit of the flavors that I use for the meat frosting, and I dialed back the salt so it wouldn't be too salty. So you can go on with it, and it'll give you a good amount of salt. I would say even you could even pre-salt your meat if you wanted, and then go on with that. But for the average everyday cook, they can get it, and then they won't put it on and mess up their meat. So that's how I
Mhm.
came with that, and I just followed the same line of with meat frosting. I just paired that with meat sprinkles.
Nice, nice. Because people ask, what's up with this? Does he have a rub? And when people were finding out you were on, and we'd be chatting. It's like, does he have sauce and? I go, yeah, he's got a seasoning. He's got sauce, meat sprinkles in the meat frosting, and they're like, you know, oh, he's got a sweet tooth. I go, I'm not sure. Possibly, I don't know the full story, but we're gonna find out Saturday night, baby. You know. But no, that's good. That's good. All
Yeah.
right, so we got the sauce and the seasoning. We got the meat stall name now. So the
Uh-huh.
meat stall started. Everything started rolling. I'm gonna assume that is what gave birth to the stall gang.
Hmm. It's
Now, the
go
stall
ahead, John.
gang is what?
The stall
Friends,
gang.
family, supporters, the whole nine.
Well, it was like I was like doing a video, and then I was just talking to the camera, and then I was like, "Hey, stall gang, today we're gonna do this," and I heard it. I kind of liked it, and you know what I'm saying. I just kept going with it, and stall gang was born. So that's how the
No.
stall gang came about.
Stall gang. I love it. I love it. No, those are the things. You know something? You can ask them too. You do have the right. Because I did give you the spare keys to the ship, so you could actually end this if you wanted to.
When you get pulled over for DWI, I will slide in the driver's seat, but not until then.
Okay, fine. So Daddy Dutch has a question in the chat. Obviously that's the only way he's able to ask. Where would a person find the meat frosting and the sprinkles, Ricky?
You can find meat frosting and meat sprinkles at www.meatstallbarbecue spelled out BARBECUE.com, and I can ship it straight to your front door.
I like it. I like it. So there you go, Daddy Dutch. You got that. I hope that answers your question just fine. Just nod twice if you say like it. That works too. A little flying bird works too. Tim Rogers, what's up, brother? Good to see you on a Saturday evening. And Daddy Dutch, thank you very much. Has the link down in the chat for
Thanks a lot, Daddy.
everybody. Check that out. See, now he completely threw me off for a whole second here. This might be his intentional getting me pulled over.
Well, you can
Okay.
always do like comedians do. Just be like, women be shopping. No.
Brother Thyron has a question. What is Ricky, what is your best experience in barbecue and your worst experience? Please explain both.
My best experience in barbecue. I think my best experience in barbecue was when I always wanted to go and I was able to go to Memphis in May. You know what I'm saying? And just to, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like the Super Bowl of barbecue. You always hear about it, and I always wanted to go, and it seemed like something always was come up or I wasn't playing right or whatever. But when I first got a chance to go to Memphis in May, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, now you're there, and you know what I'm saying, and you're not only there, but you're playing on the field, and it's kind of like it's like surreal, because uh, you know, Thyron, he asked this question, and I've been knowing Thyron for like 13 years, 14 years, so I've been knowing him for a long time. We met on YouTube. I did a video and he liked my video, and you know what I'm saying, and we used to talk, and what have you, you know. Hell, we even conversated for like 3 or 4 years, and I had never met him in person until one day I said,
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna go down to Iowa. I'm gonna come down to Iowa. I'm gonna help you out. But he was doing a fair. I said, I'm gonna come down to Iowa. I'm gonna help you out. So I came down there, you know what I'm saying, and we've been fast friends ever since. But you know what I'm saying, but to be on that stage, you know what I'm saying, and to be there with your best friend, and you know what I'm saying, and it's not just that, it's you're there and you damn sure better put your best foot forward there, you know,
Mhm.
and for people to taste the product that we put out, and you know what I'm saying, and then to be like, hey, this is good, and I'm like, that I said that was one of the highest points that I would be in my barbecue. Now the lowest point, I said I do pop-ups and I do caterings, but sometimes I do like street fairs. One time, it was a street fair. I'm not gonna say any names because I would give it away, but it was like a concert, and they gave me a projected number of how many people were supposed to be there. It was a 2-day event, so I'm gonna recoup my money on the back end, supposedly. So I go out and I buy
Mhm.
all this product, I cook all this product, and it's not even a fraction of the people, you know. So
Yeah.
with that, sometimes you got to take it on the chin. I was telling my son last night. I said sometimes I said it's chicken one day and feathers the next. You know, you eat what
Yep.
you kill, and that day we didn't kill. you know, but
Yep.
sometimes you have to take it on the chin, and a lot of people don't understand too. I had my crew in there. Whether I win or whether I lose, I still got to pay my crew.
Yep.
If I win big, I gotta pay him. If I lose big, I gotta pay him. So I lost. I lost pretty heavy, and that was one of I say was one of my lowest points. But that was like early on. You know
Yeah.
that was when I first got bust across the head. So now it's understandable. You know, and I kind of scale back, and I go back to my rationale that I always think is I'd rather sell out than have too much anyway. You know, because if I sell out, then that still keeps that mystique, whatever. But if you always got barbecue left, you know what I'm saying? If you over budget and we're giving wrong information, so that I think would be my lowest point, or my worst
Yep.
experience. Other
No,
than
and
when I got burnt in the face in Hondo, Texas. We ain't gonna talk about it. Ask Stein about that.
oh goodness, I love it. I love it. And okay, and CJ, Ricky, I believe
Since they
cooking
on
with
there,
CJ. And
I've been hitting.
he's got a question for you. How do I get jumped into the stall gang?
Well, you got to go to the broad side of a mountain, and you got to have a Weber kettle grill. You got it by yourself. You got to put meat frosting on your back, and you got to have the wolves out there, and you got to make it through that night. If they don't get you with the meat frosting on your back, you come back, knock on my door 3 times a night, and you in the stall gang.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
But CJ, you
Oh,
know you already in the stall gang. I gotta come up there and see you, bro. I know I said it a couple times. You're probably not that far away from me, so I gotta come up there and see you.
oh, that's good. Oh, oh, this is what it's about, boys. Never know.
Having fun, just have fun. Cook barbecue, have fun. You know what I'm saying? And what I love about barbecue too is that, and I think I was telling a gentleman this in Atlanta. Was in Atlanta last weekend cooking, and I was talking to this guy, and I was like, you know what I like about barbecue? Yes, it was you guys know cheese curd,
Yes.
the little. I was talking to his pops. You know what I'm saying? And we was about to offset, and we was talking, and I was like, man, you know what I really love about barbecue, man? I said 97 to 90, I'm say 95 to 97% of people are great people. They're awesome people. Now you got a couple people going to be some a-holes or whatever. But
Yeah.
for the most part, everybody is good, down to earth people, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about it, man. That's one of the things I love about barbecue is the people, you know what I'm saying? You meet a lot of good people, and and I don't meet a whole lot of people who are gatekeepers, you know what I'm saying? This like that, you know what I'm saying? If they can help you, they'll help you. And you know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. You can't beat that
Yeah.
in my book. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was perfect on that one. That led into this. Obviously, we follow each other. Social media and everything.
Yes.
But you know, I see you always on a plane. Now, you
Mhm.
you obviously do a lot of traveling, and like you had said, you were out in Georgia cooking last week, and you know,
Uh-huh.
do you go and do like a lot of these are they festivals?
Mhm.
Pop-ups or like demos for certain organizations or brands.
It's a lot of demos, it's a lot of shows, and and like I said, I gotta pinch myself sometimes because I it's unreal, when you're flying and you're cooking, you know what I'm saying, you're meeting people, and I got to do all of this like through my brother Thyron,
Mhm.
because like I said, when I first met him, we was just two guys in the backyard cooking on making YouTube videos. And then he had told me one time, he said, "Say, brother," he said, "Man, I got a vision." He said, "We gonna be traveling around and doing this barbecue thing." And this is before Netflix, Barbie Flay, or anything. It's just me and my brother. We just talking. And then it was like I said, my one of my highest points was when we went to Memphis in May, and we driving back to Iowa, and then and we driving. Well, I'm driving. He relaxing. Uh, we driving, and I'm like, damn, man. I said it kind of came full circle, you know, and with that, you know what I'm saying, as new opportunities come up, you know what I'm saying, like I'm just blessed that, you know what I'm saying, he includes me into it, you know what I'm saying, and come help me out. I need some help, this and that, and you know what I'm saying. I love it. What I don't that, like I said, but if people follow me on social media, they know I'm petrified of flying. I'm
Mhm.
petrified. I don't like flying. Uh, I need me at least a couple Jack and Cokes. And then once them Jack and Cokes get it hitting right, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's not that bad. But yeah, I do a lot of flying, you know what I'm saying? And we, like I said, we go around and do a lot of festivals, and
Yeah.
and it's surreal. It's surreal,
Yeah.
It's wonderful that you get to do this thing. And like I said, I meet so many good people. I met Cooking with Tim and his wife. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking with them, and then he was talking about what she was talking about. You know, making that leap. You know, making that leap. They say if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. But they was talking about doing that leap, you know what I'm saying, into doing barbecue. And I was thinking, I was like, man, I got a couple more years, you know, this and that. But I would love to just fly around and just, you know, and just do barbecue and meet good people.
No,
That would be my get.
absolutely, absolutely. And not Nigel. Good to see you, brother. It's been a while. Sounds like the Barbecue Blues Brothers, Ricky. No,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
And then we got to go back to Thyron
Hmm.
because this just has question marks all over it. And I think he's going back to when you had said
Hondo.
about Hondo. That Texas lighter fluid hits different.
You know what? No matter how many times that you light your pit or whatever, you always got to keep your head on screwed on straight. I'm gonna go ahead and tell this story. I don't think Thiron will mind. We in Hondo, Texas, right? Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna light the pit. We had a couple tumbleweeds. Put the
Mhm.
tumbleweeds in there. You know what I'm saying? We got the machine gun with the little green bottle.
Yes, sir.
We kind of running behind the clock because we got to get this thing moving. And that's another thing too. You always got to keep your head straight. You know what I'm saying? And then so we was doing that, and then we sprayed some lighter fluid on it. Not while it was lit, just hit it with the gun stall. And that thing was like, woof. And I jumped back,
Oh,
and I was burned. I was, but I
oh,
but I was to the point, and people like this, they grabbed me. But I was burned, but I couldn't let on that I was burned. I was like, I'm good. Eyebrow singe, beard singe, arm hair singed. I was like, I just walked over.
Ooh.
I walked over to the car. I was like, ooh, ooh. I said, it
Ooh.
got me good. It got me good. But I said that to say this is that, man, you gotta be careful around that pit. You gotta be careful because it was one moment of lax in judgment. You know what I'm saying? And it could have been bad, but it wasn't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
still here.
Yeah, and Dutch, the lighter fluid, the devil's liquid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of
and
lighter fluid,
also he.
I can ask you
Okay.
guys a question. Lighter fluid or not?
Yes, sir.
Some people are definitely against lighter fluid, and some people aren't. What's your take on that, Johnny Mags?
Normally I'm not. I'm a. I'm a. Fire started, whether it's the tumbleweeds,
Hmm.
the Weber cubes, and shoot, even in a pinch, a couple Doritos under there. You know what I'm saying? They'll light up no problem.
Yeah,
Little trick in case no one's ever tried it:
yeah.
Doritos or Fritos. They'll help light your fire. When I first started, yes, it was lighter fluid,
Hmm.
and um, and yeah, I ain't ashamed to admit it. I'd be sitting there, got it, put everything in the chimney,
Hmm.
and I just hit it with the lighter fluid, then threw the tumbleweed in there, and like you said, you get the poof, and it's
Hmm.
the shoot straight up out of the charcoal chimney, So it was looking like a rock concert, Kiss
Yeah,
in the '70s. Woo, it's a wrestling match is going on, ring entrances, but yeah, no, I was I was a fluid guy at the beginning. All I do is straight charcoal and chimneys now,
hmm,
but I suppose, and like you had said, keeping that head straight and how obviously things come up, things happen when we're doing stuff. I suppose, if I got in a little bind and a little behind, if I had to use some fluid just to get things kicked into a higher gear quick, I I don't think I'd be afraid or ashamed to use it just to
Mhm.
get me caught up and back on track. You know, I'd have the wear enough to um, let it burn off.
Mhm.
So before I would, put anything on the pit, I'm not
And
going to
that's
get
the
that
key
lighter
right there.
fluid taste. I'd have to let it all burn off, get my fire back to where it should be at that particular time, and then take my program from there.
Daddy,
Devil's liquid, telling you.
I'm
The the only thing I use lighter fluid for, and as I have it in my drive unit, my RV, is to start wet firewood on fire at the campsite. That's it. I don't play
yeah.
with crap. No, can't do it.
I typically use tumbleweeds, but I have used lighter fluid. Like you said, and my main thing is that I just want to make sure that it burns off so my meat don't taste like lighter fluid. You know, and I
Mhm.
feel that if you use it safely and let it burn off and establish your cold bed and all that, you're good to go. Yeah.
One
But like
thing,
I said,
one
go
thing
ahead,
if I'll use if I'm running behind, it's right here. Two
what's
burner.
that? The turkey fry thing?
Well, it's two burner Camp Chef.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say burner one, and I'll throw the chimney over there and fill it with lump and let it go for about 5 minutes. And then I know it's clean enough. I can throw it in the drum or the offset, whatever.
Yes,
And I don't
sir.
worry about lighter fluid.
All right. Brother Thyron is at it again. It's two questions, but it's somewhat one, I suppose. So we're gonna combine them. The first one is, what was your best and worst bite of barbecue? And part two was, what state and what location of the best and worst bite?
Well, I can go with the best. I don't know about the worst because the stall gang don't really like to tear nobody down. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I would go my best bite of barbecue for me doing traveling, San Antonio, Pinkerton's barbecue.
Yes. Grant.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness. Pinkerton's barbecue in San Antonio. That place was hitting on all cylinders. That it had that quintessential Texas vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like meat market type style. They're cutting it right in front of you. They're making, you know what I'm saying? They're weighing it out right there. The people are super friendly. You know, the guy took us in the back. He gave us a tour of the pit room. You know what I'm saying? He talked about his pits, his woods, his meats. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go into his recipes, of course, but but Pinkerton's barbecue in San Antonio, Texas, because I cook a lot of barbecue and I think I'm pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm the best, but the best know about me. You know, uh when I was tasting that barbecue, I'm like, hmm. I said, the rest of the country, but they better step the game up. I have no problem with giving accolades, and and I
Yeah.
think the best place uh and the best state that I would have to say Texas. I'm from North Carolina. That's big for me. North Carolina, please let me come back home. But Texas barbecue is something else. It's
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
let me tell you how good this barbecue was, J Max. I I went there. We went there like on Thursday, right? And I'm raving with my wife. I'm telling her how this barbecue is. And she was like, "Well, there he is." He was like, "Well, California."
Wow, we're live. What's going on?
And then before we know it, she say, Thyron, what's going on? Thyron, go scroll up in the thing. You want to jump in here, brother? And we'll tell some stories. You and Ricky. We'll let you two take over the show and tell some good old shenanigans.
Yeah. Yes, and that smoked turkey was amazing. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Texas barbecue is it's the real deal. If you go to the right place, and Pinkertons, they're doing it right in my book. They're doing it right. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, Pinkertons is a spot for sure. All right, you boys better be ready here. Be ready and get your game on because here he comes.
Round rock.
Brother Thyron.
Sorry,
How you doing, guys? How you doing?
Big T, what's up, brother?
Oh my goodness, I am just really like emotional right now because a lot of people don't understand how much stall game does. When I leave to go announce something or I'm here practicing my speeches and practicing stuff, I leave stall game to handle the whole pit crew. And and when I tell you I come back, I get all the accolades, I get all this is the best ribs ever. This is the best pork I ever had before. This is the best pork loin. This is the best smokehouse burger. This is the best beef ribs. This is the best brisket. And I'm sitting here looking at the stall game and I'm like, bro, you did this. You did this. He said, no, you did this. And it's like almost an argument, but I don't argue with the stall. But he's back there in the back, not serving the food. He's back there manning the pits, mopping, cleaning the grates because he OCD. He don't like a nasty grill, you know. He's like, we gotta clean this shit. We gotta clean this shit. And I'm like, stall, calm down, bro. But I'm in the front getting all the accolades and stuff, and I'm thinking like, man, this guy, and I'm begging him to come to the front. He was like, bro,
it ain't about me.
Ain't about me.
I'm just here to help out my brother.
I'm just here to help you out. And I'm like, stop. And I'm like, get your roses, bro. I've been on stage in New York City, getting hit with a kettlebell, my fingers smashed in a bell where I can't even move them. And he like, it's not about that. It's about you, bro. When you find somebody like that, you know you got a brother. I use his meat frosting, and people rave about it. They were like, oh my goodness, what is this? And I'm like, it's the meat frosting. They're like, Thara, your sauce is good. I'm like, no, it's the meat frosting. Thara, your sauce is good. I'm like, no, it's the meat frosting. Thara, your sauce is good. I'm gonna order, and they order my sauce. And I keep telling them it's the meat frosting. I use my Royal Gold and I use the meat style meat frosting. My manager, AP, he's a good, I love him to death, but he is like, he's anal. He said, you need the Royal Gold and you need the meat frosting. And one thing that we agree on, well, we agree on a lot of things, excuse me, but one thing we definitely agree on, we need the meat stall. Because when he show up, he show out. Mm-hmm. He mops, he trims, He seasons nothing comes off that pit unless it's meat stall approved. If you get it, you getting the best. He ain't gonna tell you that. If something that got a char on it, he throwing it away. If
I'm like
something,
this. If I'm not going to eat it, I'm not going to put it out.
Put it out there.
If
Yep.
it doesn't look good to me, if I don't want to eat it, if I don't want to see it on my plate, like I say, hey, this one it can't make it to the party. This one don't make it to the party. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I am.
guys, I can't help but to win with somebody like that on my side. He been like that since I met him. When he came to Iowa, he came here and he worked. When I say work, brother, we got 3 hours of sleep a day. We worked 6 days. On the 7th day, he had to go back home. He said, I said, hey, I gotta give you some money. Because I know you're tired. I know you tired. This was my first fare. This was your first fare. And I know you tired. And thank you so much for being here with me. He said, man, you better put that money in your pocket. I don't want nothing but a hug and a goodbye.
Amen.
And I said,
Amen.
I said to this guy, I say, I never met nobody like you. This was before Netflix. This was before Bobby Flay, Barbecue Brawl. This was before anything. And I said, man, who does this?
Stall
Who
gang.
does that?
Stall gang, baby.
And
I
that's
gotta
when I
come.
became a part of the Stall Gang. I couldn't give him a dime. I'm talking about I couldn't get this guy a dime. And I was a nobody. But one thing about the Stall Gang teaching new words. Anybody know about what's the word, Stall?
Enamored.
Enamored.
And I'm enamored with all you fellas up there.
Hey, one
Oh,
thing about Stall Gang is Stall Gang but teaching new words.
Oh, you gonna tell the
yeah.
story about enamored?
All right.
Game
Well,
was-
hold on. Let's get to
Go ahead.
enamored in a second. But this
Okay.
guy keeps putting in the chat, this Daddy Dutch guy. He's been blowing up the chat all night. If only he had another way of, expressing questions. Anywho, it would wait a minute. So this was rewinding a little bit ago. Who helped Thyron win the 2018 Iowa State Fair Farm Bureau Cook-Off? Asking
Hey.
for a friend.
Hey, Daddy Dutch. I called Daddy Dutch. Let me tell you the story.
Get
I'm
Rich
not
Holmes,
ashamed
man.
to beg right now. I called Daddy Dutch. I said, Daddy Dutch. I said, Kent. I say, I won my county fair. How do I win the state fair? Daddy Dutch say, pull your pants down and show your natural born ass. He said, show your black ass. He say, it matters. I went down there. Daddy Dutch say, when you think you did enough, do more. My wife kept saying, baby, this is too much. I said, baby, we got to hang Christmas lights. I say, I want Iowa State Fair to think it's the next coming of Jesus.
Oh,
And,
oh my God.
and when my wife did the most, they raised my hand 2 years in a row. And that's one thing that Dad Dutch always told me. He said, boy, you better get down there and show your ass at the state fair. He said it in Dad Dutch terms.
Hold on. Just to be clear, I kind of said that to him, but if you know the Iowa State Fair, they also have the Big Boar contest. Not only did he win the Iowa State Fair Farm Bureau Cook-Off,
Jesus, here we go.
he won the biggest nuts on a boar at the Iowa State Fair, which says something.
Oh, I'm crying.
Oh, Lord.
I'm crying.
But I
Oh.
want to tell Kent something though. I really want to tell Kent this. I remember when I won the Iowa State Fair, Kent is the guy that give you your roses and give you advice that take you to the utmost level.
Mm-hmm.
He hit home. He said, Thyra, when you think you did enough, do more. I went to Hobby Lobby. I went to any kind of barbecue shop, and anything I brought more. I said, baby, it's not enough. And that's what I like about Kent. That's what I like about I love about Kent. I love about Rick the meat stall. When you are part of the stall game, when you part of a community like the barbecue community, it don't end. It don't end. Everybody root for everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
when they root for you, they love you. I remember calling Rick. I said, Rick, how you do the birria tacos? When I was on Barbecue Brawl, I remember talking to Rick, and Rick was like, bro, you got to use Oaxaca cheese. And I said, how do you pronounce that? I mean, he said Oaxaca. I say, Rick, how you pronounce that? And I remember uh talking with Rick all day long about how to get that birria taco right. I never cooked birria tacos a day in my life, and they edited it out. But the name of those tacos was my best friend Rick birria tacos. They edited that, but uh, I'm telling you guys, I call people. I called Daddy Dutch on barbecue showdown. I won $10,000. I was cooking on a UDS, and I called Kent. I said, Kent. I said, where you at? He said, I'm over here in Texas. I say, how the hell you cook on this UDS? I think it's called a Gateway Smoker. Kent say, well, you got to do this, Styron. You got to do this, Styron. I call him back again. I ain't making this up. I said,
Yep.
you sure can't? He said, yeah, and you do this. And I say, can I mop? He said, mop all day long. Kid, is I'm lying?
No, sir. I remember that conversation quite well. I remember the conversation we had when we talked about the state fair. I was 6 feet to my right, leaning against the railing on the porch for 45 minutes talking to T.
Yeah.
Nope.
And the thing about it though, one thing about it though, is that's what barbecue people's about. Cause when I took Rick Beer's taco, I didn't know nothing about a taco. And if you watch Barbecue Showdown, you know that I was in deep trouble on the second episode. Cause Kevin Bledsoe say Byron talks a good game, but he gotta get his shit together. That's what Bledsoe said.
Mm-hmm.
And I went into the I'm from Iowa. We don't know shit about a birria taco, excuse my expression, but I'm just saying.
It's all good, brother.
Birria tacos, I don't know nothing about a birria taco. When Rick was telling me about a birria taco, I was like, oh, oh, a birria? He was like, Rick was like, yeah, man, a birria taco. I'm like, what the hell is a birria taco? I Googled it, it said goat. And I say, Rick, what the hell you talking about? We don't cook goats in Iowa. We a beef and a pork state. Rick was like, you can use pork, you can use beef, you can use anything. And I never forget. And the recipe he gave me, I used it and I won. I didn't just survive, I won.
T,
And
there's
I'm telling you,
there happens to be
I'm not a
another guy around here has a birria taco recipe.
who that is.
I'm
We
from
can't
Southern
let-
California too. I can tell you what to cook too. Me and Ricky are gonna make some birria tacos in his backyard next week.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. But no, we got to get back with here to Ricky. Ricky,
All right.
enamored.
Enamored.
Take it from there. You were about to say a story with enamored.
Okay. Is it good? Is it cool to tell a story, T?
Tell the story, brother. Tell us.
All right.
Me, Uncle said, sitting
It
at
was
the
like-
table.
Hey, hold guys, time out. Look, man, I just came on to say hi, and I didn't want to interrupt T, but it's Valentine's Day and it's still early, so I gotta go. So, Ricky, I'm gonna hook up with you soon, man. I want to come down to San
No
Diego
doubt.
and hang out with you.
No,
T,
anytime
take
I got a
care.
place for you.
Hogs
Yes,
in the
sir.
water.
Yep. And
Hogs in the
then
water.
Dutch Mags, love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
And CJ, before you
Yeah,
go, the red cup, beware.
All right,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm watching.
He said,
That red cup hit like Texas lighter fluid.
I'll burn you up, baby. All right, y'all.
all
All
right,
right.
CJ,
All right, brother.
Love you. See ya.
All right.
Love you too. Bye. All right. Let's have it, Ricky.
Tell the
Enamored.
story, Stall.
enamored story. Okay, it was my first time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, me and T, you
Hey,
know what
I
I'm saying,
can't
we
hear
had
nothing.
we had talked, you know what I'm saying, on the phone probably like about 3 years. That's when he was doing the Fayette County Fair. I said, you know what, I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a hand, you know. And then and I came there, you know what I'm saying, I was helping him out, and then you know what I'm saying was this and that. And then he was we was sitting at the table, at the picnic table. We finally got a break. It was me, him, and Uncle Sid. And you know what I'm saying? And he say I took it the wrong way, but maybe I did. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So he was telling me about the different people that came into his life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? How
I
how
can't hear nothing, honey.
he get help
Terry,
and stuff like
I
this.
can't hear nothing.
I can hear you though.
Could you help
Oh
me?
yeah. About how the different people that came into his life. Well, long story
I
short,
can't hear nothing.
it was like
Could you help me? I
like,
don't
it
know
was like
what's going
I'm
on.
God's favorite. I understand that, you know what I'm saying? That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's good. You're God's favorite, you know what I'm saying? And I said, well, I ain't never had nothing like that happen to me, you know what I'm saying? I said, I think I'm a pretty awesome guy too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never had that happen to me. And then he was like, well, it happens to me. And I was like, well, what do you mean by? He was like, you're down here, ain't you? I said, but he meant that I was like, you're down here to help me out because God looks out for me. But I thought he meant like you're down here to help me. And I was like, hold up. I said, I'm down here to help you, but I ain't enamored by you now. You know, and then and then he said,
Oh.
and he said him and Uncle said they looked at each other. He was like, what the hell is enamored? And so
Oh,
we
that's
always throw that up. That was about 13 years ago. That's funny.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. No, but you know, this prime example. This is what it's all about.
It is.
CJ jumping in to say hi, Dutch
Man, I had a
jumping in,
blast.
Byron jumping in, and Byron just had to jump out.
Yeah.
Byron, can you hear us, brother?
I can hear you now.
All right. Oh, and hold on. We have to let another one wants to say hi.
Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve.
What's up, brother?
Who that?
Hey.
Uncle
How you guys
Steve
doing
Shea.
tonight? Actually, I already know how y'all are doing tonight.
They're having a time. You know,
I got a double. I'm out.
we got a little sideways, but you know, that's what this is all about, and that's what I was just saying. You
It
know,
happens sometimes.
with the guy, you know, firing, jumping in, CJ, you know, it just shows the brotherhood that we all have. And everybody knows and everyone's well aware. 2 weeks away from episode 400 of the podcast. But I remember
Claps.
way back when it was episode 1. And we're in. Now, I'm going to age us, boys, so my apologies. Google Hangouts on Saturday night. Daddy Dutch, CJ, Thyron, Chef John, from the get-go.
Never been there.
So it's been these years, that we've known each other. And, Ricky, we've known of each other. This is the first time you and I have ever spoken.
Yes.
But that doesn't matter. We're friends. We're brothers through everything we go through, in the support we show each other, social media, the videos, firing on the shows, rooting for you on the tournament things. Uncle Steve, with your support for all of us through the years on the shakes and whatever we can come up with on the shakes, which I do have another idea. I'm going to run it by you. Not necessarily kid friendly, but what, Dutch?
I told Steve will not go for porn shake.
I'm not talking about porn shake. I'm talking about some sweet dessert shake moonshine. I'm going somewhere with this.
You were talking about porn shake last week, and I told you Steve is not about that.
Well, one thing about it, though, guys, let me tell you about Uncle Steve. I came down to Texas, and my wife, she fell in love with Uncle Steve family, the way they treated us. Uncle Steve came to Hondo, Texas. Uncle Steve him and his daughter jumped in with the meat stall, burned up, and we served so many people perlo rice, ribs, corn, pork.
Where'd he go?
And let me tell you something about Uncle Steve shake. It came to Hondo, Texas, and it showed up and showed out. Stall, did it do what it do, Stall?
Oh yeah, I think I used all the magic ribs that he gave us that day. I think I used every single bottle. I was using it in mop sauce. I was using it on ribs. Every single bottle.
We put Uncle Steve magic shake, magic ribs, in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorites. That magic rib.
Hey, Stall, we used it when it first came out, didn't we, Stall?
Mm-hmm. We was in Iowa when he first sent it to you, and I think we did some ribs or some pork butts.
We did ribs. We did ribs.
Yeah. On
Old Rusty.
Old Rusty, yeah, on Old Rusty.
Hey, one thing about it, Kent, when you cook on Old Rusty, Kent, you will be like, I need to bring it back to Lamar's, Iowa. But it's Uncle says
Yeah, I'll take Old Rusty. Now, you're talking about Uncle Steve.
Yes.
Behind me, I got about 40-some barbecue trophies.
I know you do, brother.
Some first place, some RGCs, some GCs, everything. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm most proud of this one right here.
Ooh.
That looks like one of them American Royal ribbons.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Dutch, your internet is dying there, brother. Finally, I get to say it to you. Normally, mine's the internet that's crap up here in the sticks.
Yeah, he froze and everything.
Frozen everything.
Kenton Lamar's Iowa. I'm surprised he getting Wi-Fi. Normally they have dial up in Lamar's Iowa.
Oh, that's funny, dude. That's funny. Oh, Grill Sergeant, what's
Hey,
up,
Stall.
brother?
One thing
Yeah.
I can't wait is to get my meat frosting and my meat sprinkles.
They on the way. I got
That's
you.
one thing I can't wait for.
No. But here he comes again. There we go.
I'm back.
I
Bitches.
can't
I'm
wait
back.
is to get my meat frosting and my
Said the
meat.
grill sergeant was in the chat.
Grill Sergeant's in the chat, and Andrew's in the chat. Yep.
What's up, grill sergeant? Good meeting in Hondo.
I'm a fan.
Yep.
Hey, Stall, ain't it good meeting people that are who they are on YouTube, well as when you see them in person?
It is. I totally agree.
See, I'd love to meet the guy I saw on Netflix and the Food Network, but he lives too far away.
Really can't. You live in Lamar's, Iowa.
10 times the size of Owine, Iowa.
Listen. One thing about it, Kent, we need to cut it out and love on each other. Cause one thing about it, I love you, brother, like a fat kid love cake.
Yeah, I love you
Yes,
too, brother.
brother.
But here's the thing.
Hey,
I already told Mags to tell Ricky pre-show. Let me know when he's coming back to Iowa, because Ricky's too big. I can't get his phone number. And I talk to Ricky personally, so I got to use my bag, to get through.
what kind of podcast is this anyway?
So I want to have a rib throwdown, and we're going to call it the Oreo Throwdown.
Oh, God.
I can't have frosting or sprinkles, so I'm the stuffing. Get my drink.
Oh, jeez.
Well, one thing about it though, if you don't got frosting, you don't got sprinkles, you ain't trying to win.
I am trying to win. I got Uncle Steve Shake.
Mm.
We gonna put some magic rib in it too.
One thing about it, we got some magic ribs, and I got that competition cow powder.
The award-winning magic
The award-winning,
ribs, baby.
I love
award-winning.
And you want to know the best part of the magic ribs?
What's that?
No, wrong side. Pit Life Barbecue approved magic ribs.
Hey,
right.
You got that competition cow powder?
Of course I do. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hold it up. Spin it around.
That's what she said.
This is a family show, Steve.
This isn't one of the old bottles.
I've been listening. This is not a family show.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Actually, do I even have the one with you, Ty?
I thought, wait a minute. I thought Thyron was on Lucky Shit.
Thyron is on Lucky. Was on Lucky.
Thyron's on cow.
What the?
I'm on that cow, baby.
Pretty sure you're lying.
I could have sworn you were on. Oh, that's the bird, dummy. Dum.
Wait a minute. Okay, I got cow powder right here. I do not see Thyron on there.
Hold on.
I got
Turn it.
And this is even the old bottle, but
no, there it is. Yeah,
right
see that?
There it is.
Why did I think Thyron was on Lucky?
I thought Thyron was on Lucky also. No,
on Netflix, and he was Lucky.
Nope.
Oh, darn it!
Wow, I would have lost a bundle on that one.
Oh, me too, brother. Me too.
I remember when me and Meat Stall showed up. We were putting that competition cow powder on the smokehouse burgers, and we named it. We called it Nacho Average Burger. Star is
Oh,
online,
yeah.
Star.
Oh, yeah, the nacho average burger. Yeah, I remember that.
And we did that competition cow powder on that on Nacho Average Burgers, and,
That went
and
over well.
and it went over amazing. We couldn't do brisket because they wanted an arm and a leg for some
Mhm.
briskets.
Damn.
Yeah.
All I got
yeah.
to say, is let's make brisket at least $2.99 again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Them
You need
days
that. You need
over
that
with.
on a hat. Yeah.
Go ahead. Then. But like I was saying before, guys, we've all known each other quite a while.
Yeah.
And when you meet everybody or have the opportunity of meeting everybody in person, nothing changes. We are exactly what you see, what you
Yeah.
hear. We might get a little louder depending on what time of the evening and a few however many empty cups might be around. But
Mhm.
Little libations.
but and the other thing is, even if we've never met in person, an outsider looking in would never know.
Never know. Yeah.
Right.
Never
Would
know.
never know, like we've been friends since we were knee high to a grasshopper.
Mhm.
All right,
And that's the beautiful thing about our group, our family, is the roots run deep. And
amen.
like you were saying, T and Stall, yous are there for each other in a drop. Dutch, Steve, me, in a drop. Any
Man,
one
Uncle
of us
Steve
needs
a
something.
drop. Uncle Steve picked me and my wife up. I listen. I was in Houston, Texas. I didn't know nobody. I didn't know nothing. I'm sitting in Houston, Texas, and Uncle Steve was like, "Hey, I'll be there." And Uncle Steve came and picked me and my wife up, and he took us out and he showed us around Houston, Texas. We was there with another company. I ain't gonna name the company name,
Mhm.
but Uncle Steve did what the other company should have did.
Mhm.
And he took us around and showed us a great time. My wife remember that. And one thing about my wife is when I mention Uncle Steve, my wife goes like, "That's our uncle."
Yep.
When I mention Meat Stall, my wife say, "That's our brother." And let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. A barbecue. When your wife recognize that love, that does something to you.
Yeah.
One thing
Mhm.
about it though is I could go anywhere in this country. If I don't care what's going on, if anybody says something about the meat stall, they said something about Thyron Matthews. They said something about Uncle Steve. They said something about Thyron Matthews.
Yep.
Them two people right there, they are more than they're more than just a company. They are their family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Them are more than a cousins. They're brothers.
Yeah.
No,
Because when I
amen.
went to California, I was a brother. I felt love. When I went to Texas, I felt love. And and that's why Kent goes over to Uncle Steve. That's why I go to Rick. That's why I go to Uncle Steve. When I was lost, in Houston, Texas, I called Uncle Steve.
Yeah.
Another company had me down there, but all they wanted me to do is cook.
Yeah.
cook, and look pretty.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I believe you went out to dinner one night with Uncle Steve. Is that correct?
Man, Uncle Steve took me to the best Mexican restaurant.
Hold on.
Yeah.
If I guess the restaurant, do I get a free bottle of mott sauce?
Yes, you do.
Lopez Family Mexican Restaurant.
Man, let me tell you something. You get a bottle of hot sauce, you get a bottle of meat sprinkles. Hey, Rick, can we get him a bottle of meat sprinkles, Rick?
Yeah.
I got 9 days, 10 days till I get to Lopez again, I believe. Is that correct? Steve?
Wednesday night. Yep.
Lamar's, Iowa. Here we come. I'm gonna give you some meat sprinkles and meat frosting.
Yep.
One thing about it, Kent,
Been to the Houston Rodeo.
when you taste that meat frosting, Kent, your life gonna change. You gonna be like, I'll be damned.
Well, I got a sauce I put in my pork wraps, and I can't remember the name because it doesn't have one. But along, of course, along with some shake. But a little frosting might be nice once in a while.
That'd be good. It'd be good.
I'm telling you.
There you are. There you are.
What it was. That's why I couldn't remember the name. It doesn't have one.
It doesn't have a name. I do have to say,
Oh, the sauce with no name. I didn't even catch when you were saying that.
everybody on this screen is supposed to sooner or later come down to Houston for the cook-off down here. Everybody I'm looking at right there, all the way over there. Y'all are all supposed to be coming down to Houston sooner or later.
I'm coming.
That one's coming. That one has been here, but not yet. But we need a time when everybody's down here. Yep.
I'm coming back. Don't you worry about that.
Yep.
Hey, Stall.
Hey, I want to come to Houston anyway. I've never been.
Well, you need to. You need to.
Ricky, you will never regret it. First,
no.
I think I went through Houston when we went on a cruise. But I never stopped.
Is second to none.
Yeah.
And when you're at Steve's tent with Lonesome Dove, you can walk around the grounds, you can see all these other places. But the boys there do a great job. In fact, I got pictures that went up today in a little video from last year, Steve, about the when Johnny and CJ were there with us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I remember that year y'all went.
You are not gonna regret spending 4 or 5 days in Houston during the rodeo. I guarantee it.
No,
plenty to do during the day, and all the barbecue and all the liquid refreshment that you can handle every night. And like I said, the guys we have do a good job. They really do a good job. So
they do fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Wednesday night we are hitting the Lopez. So, and I always have extra beds or a couch for whatever you need. So, now Dutch kicked out.
We definitely.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Stall, we got to make it down there, Stall.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go.
It's easy to do. We have one airport that's pretty close. Doesn't matter. I'll pick you up, or I'll have somebody pick you up.
Is that Bush?
Yep. Well, there's Bush and there's Hobby. Hobby is closer. You flew into Bush last time because it was closer to that other place.
Yeah.
Hobby's a lot closer.
Hobby's a lot closer.
Hobby. Okay.
But it depends on what time you come in and where you fly. But whatever year y'all ready to come on, because I'll be doing it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Kent.
Yes, sir.
I'm flying from Cedar Rapids. How far Hobby is?
You could T, you could better drive to Omaha, Nebraska. Okay? Because once you leave Omaha, 2 hours, you're on the ground in Houston.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Our flight
But
from Nebraska to Hobby in Houston, and that's a half hour from Steve's house.
Yep.
Mm.
this has been an absolute blast. I was not expecting the visitors and the brothers
Yeah.
to come up. So, oh man, Ricky, this became an extra special episode, my brother. Extra special episode. You brought the magic, my man, for sure.
Let me tell
But
you something about the stall. The stall is all about the game.
Mm-hmm.
The stall ain't about stall. The stall is about the game. This dude show up and show out and disappear in the midst. You be like, come here. He be like, man, look, I'm gonna sit here and drink me a Mountain Dew. You going up on that stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get up on that stage and do what you do. And I'd be like, but Rick, you've been out here all day. The stall is about one thing, and that's about when he come here, he want to show up and show out.
He's got a job to do. He knows, yeah.
And that's what I like about Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve came there, and I was in need, and me and the stall were burnt up, and Uncle Steve showed up, and he got that. Him and his daughter.
At the live fire. Yep.
Live fire in Hondo, Texas. Me and Stall Face were looking like we wanted to be marshmallows. Didn't we not, Stall?
The devil's liquid did us bad. It did us bad. It did us bad.
It wasn't my fault. I'm just saying. we ain't gonna point fingers, Stall.
Now
Yeah.
it's a conglomerate.
Now, if we pointed fingers, it'll be my fault. But I'm just gonna keep that between me and you, me and y'all.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Mike is saying, I'd love to see all y'all come to Delia's Beer and Barbecue Festival in Atlanta, September 22nd. Ooh, that sounds like a good old time.
That
We've been there
does.
twice.
Yeah, nice.
Been
Did
to the
Byron
last
fall over?
He might have.
One thing about Atlanta, we show up and show out.
Hey,
Oh my God.
T, I love your life, but
Oh,
you got fucking brother. I know that.
Bro, I'm at an Airbnb.
Oh, there you
Yep.
I'm drinking a drink
go.
I've been
No.
looking for many years. It's called Castadors.
Oh,
Castador.
Tequila.
Listen, I don't tell. I just go.
absolutely, absolutely. But boys, thank you all for jumping in. Ricky,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure hearing about your journey
Yes, sir.
and your love and your passion for barbecue. Like I said, we've known each other social media wise a long time, and I can't wait to finally be able to put hand in hand, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I agree totally, brother. It's been
Absolutely. So this was a bunch of fun. We will definitely do it again, my man. But where can everybody follow you social media wise?
You can find me on Instagram at _meat_stall_barbecue. You can find me on Facebook, Ricky Farmer, and TikTok. Let me see. I think it's Ricky Farmer on TikTok too. 1 second. Probably should know this. Probably should have this ready to be professional.
Next year, when you turn pro, Ricky, you're going to have all these memorized.
I know, huh?
When you go pro, it's all right.
Hey, I'm semi-pro right now. Maybe one day I'll jump off the porch with the big dogs.
Oh, but
Go ahead,
yeah.
Hey, I
But
want to
yeah.
see you, Daddy Dutch, when I come to Iowa. I come to Iowa probably at least about 2 times a year, maybe 3. But I definitely got to see you, brother.
Well,
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let you know before I come so we can set something. But usually I'm in and out. I ain't really there for long. But I definitely want to set something up.
I just need to know. Give me 2 weeks. I'll be there.
Got you, sir.
But boys,
Hey,
thank you
Ken.
so much. Ricky, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. I'll just close this out and we'll all jump right back in. Thank you all for tuning in. Great conversation with Ricky. Plenty of guests this evening. Dutch, Brother Thyron, his brother CJ, Uncle Steve. Great evening, folks. But folks, happy Valentine's Day. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Catch the video on Facebook once I get that fixed, and YouTube. You have all the episodes right there. Catch the audio wherever podcast audio form is found. Any questions, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. Like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. Next week, I am going to be joined by a new member of the podcast world. I'm not going to say necessarily new, but we're about 38, 39 episodes in. Mr. Tavis Bryant of the Barbecue Therapy Podcast. Great barbecue podcast. Great format. Great guests. I actually had the honor of recording an episode with him last week. So that'll be coming down the pipeline at some point. But we're going to get Tavis's entire story and what led him into barbecue and what had led him into barbecue talk. So we'll be looking forward to that one. And like I said, thank you all for tuning in. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.